Ah! It's so stinking sunny, dude. Look at this. Look at it. Ah! I can see my shadow, man. This is wild. When I was a child, actual like kid story here. When I was a child, it was always rainy and stuff, and it was always, Washington weather, which is rainy, and that's what it is. And that's how it will be forevermore. But the way that I knew that it was time to go outside was if I could see my shadow. Like, if I could actually see my shadow on the ground, then that day was forever considered sunny, and it was forever wasted if I didn't go outside. If it wasn't raining, I went outside. If I could see my shadow, I went outside. And there was some other one, but yeah. Otherwise, if it was raining, I just stayed inside because that's all I could do. Yesterday, I went for a run with an old friend of mine from high school. It was pretty sweet. We went over to a park and we ran on a BPA trail. It was gnarly. I realized that I have not run in a long time. I used to run track and field for my school. Cross country, my bad. And I consider myself to be a stamina runner. But I was only able to do like 1 mile at a decent pace. Then the other 2 miles were just crappy. I feel terrible about it. So, after that horrible experience where I realized that I am actually out of shape, which sucks, I am creating my new workout routine, which is pretty much follow the workout routine of the Green Berets, which is like a special forces American military thing. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do as many pull-ups as they say you should be able to do, but I am darn sure going to try. I'm also going to be running like 5 miles every day, and then try to get in on a couple, not marathons, but 5Ks, because 5Ks are fun, and I want to run 5Ks, and I feel like the more events you go to that have other people going to them, like the more connected you get with people in a weird way. Have you ever gone to like, I don't know what it's called, but like farmers markets, where people are just like selling crap, and it's like, oh, whatever, everyone's just here with their weird little vendor stalls, and you can buy ice cream if you feel like it. But whenever I go to those, I just feel so happy because there's just all these people just kind of doing their thing, and it's like, yeah, man, like this is tight, this is cool. And when I go to the last time I went to a 5K, it was borderline just like that. It was just all these people, and they were just there for all their independent reasons. And it was like, wow, I like seeing actual people here. It's cool. Instead of like going somewhere where it's for some like money related reason, where it's like, oh yes, so you are all here at this giant convention because you are learning to do business. It's much, I don't know. It's like, it's smaller, but that makes it more comfortable or something. I don't know. However, my run with my good friend, it was pretty sweet, and it really threw me off because we used to go to school together, and he wasn't the most fit guy, and like he was a cool guy, and I would always hang out with him, and we'd just do crap and be like, oh yeah, manly man stuff, but like he wasn't super fit. So then seeing him after like, this year or two of not seeing him at all, and him just being this thug who just actually wrecked me in running, I was like, oh my, whoa, like it was just weird, it's like, I mean, he wasn't super fat or anything, but he just wasn't, the toughest cookie in the bunch. But now he's a tougher cookie than I am, and that says something. So I guess it's just super impressive, because I keep seeing like people who it's like, oh yes, I trained for 6 weeks and now I am super strong. Oh yes, look at me. But it's like, that's stuff on the internet. It's not a person that I actually know. So actually knowing this guy and seeing him go from what he was to what he is now is like, it's super cool. It's really inspiring too, because I've always considered myself to be like, oh yeah, sure, you're fit, Nolan, you don't really have to do much. But I realize at this precise moment that if I do not keep up and like get better, then it will just be a slow travel downhill. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, I've just been thinking about that lately, because I used to play video games. Well, I still play video games, but my rule for video games used to be, if I can't do what the guy in the video game can do, I can't play the video game. So I would play Prince of Persia, and I'd be like, wow, he's running on walls, sweet. I need to learn how to do that now, otherwise I can't play the game. So I'd like run on walls and stuff and be like, well, okay, we got that, so now I can play it. Or I'd play Call of Duty and be like, wow, you can sprint for 10 minutes straight. Sweet. Can't play it unless I can do that. So then I'd just run really fast all the time, and then I could. But now it's like, I'm looking back at my childhood days when I was energetic, and it's like, oh gosh, I don't want to look back. I don't want to be that guy, man. So I'm gonna train insane, or something. So yeah, I'm gonna go to work soon, eventually. Beautiful day. It is just, life is worth living. Let us become strong. Peace out and stuff.